Whoa, easy there, big fella. I'm not here to cause trouble.
Then what are you here for, Michaels? I told you, I didn't want to have anything to do with you or your crew anymore.
Yeah, about my crew. Well, I think it's gonna be pretty short-lived. After that stunt they pulled with you, I broke up the band, so to speak. As a matter of fact, I'm the one who pushed for your match with Helms tonight, so you could get a little payback.
Am I supposed to be grateful for that? I mean, who's to say that he's the one I want to pay back? Your footprint is still on my face.
Look, I understand why you're still hot about this, and all I can say is that I'm sorry for what I did 2 weeks ago. I hope you accept my apology, because if you do, I wouldn't mind getting a piece of Helms and Benjamin this Sunday at Vengeance. What do you say?
Are you saying you want me to team up with you? After everything that's happened?
Hey, we both got suckered, and we're both looking for a little revenge. Seems to be that a pay-per-view called Vengeance is the perfect place to find it, especially if it's in, let's say, a steel cage. Look, I'm not asking for an answer right now. Think about it and let me know after your match. Good luck.
Oh, man.
Okay, G's up, little scrap. I got money, be a me, money in the bank. See you,
I got money in the bank.
Yeah.
Shout out what you drink. I got money in the bank.
Yeah.
Shout out what you drink. I got money in the bank.
Yeah.
Shout out what you drink. I got money in the bank.
Yeah.
Shout out what you drink.
I'ma get that dough and with them. Some ladies that know me know Strap is a pro. Fill up at the bar, go get a massage. Buy me a couple, we can make it a month. You be trying hard, but you don't start. You be doing this, it's gon' get you to the mall. I go get that paper, a make a wise. I be pulling out knots.
I can't say I'm surprised, King, but now that Gregory Helms and Chuck Benjamin are no longer a part of the stable of HBK, I guess they're okay with bringing...
You think you know me?
This could be a sneak preview of Vengeance right here. And will this man accept Shawn Michaels' offer to team up against Michaels' former stablemate, Gregory? Ladies and gentlemen, Raw has come home for one of the biggest events of the year, live in the heart of New York City.
They don't come any bigger than the Big Apple, JR, and they don't get any better than the superstars of Raw.
They sure don't, King. New Yorkers don't impress easily, but there's no doubt in my mind that the Raw superstars are more than up for the task.
It's like he read his opponent's mind. These superstars are putting on a great match so far, JR. But if they drop the ball, these fans will let them hear about it.
I don't think that's going to happen, King. These competitors know that their paychecks come straight from the WWE fans. They're not going to let them down.
Yeah, but if they don't keep the fans happy...
If wishes were fishes, the world would be an ocean. But that's not the case now, is it? Did you see that? Ring the damn bell! You can't let somebody get away with that!
I don't think the ref saw it, JR. And if the ref doesn't see it, it's not illegal. I think I know who's going to win this one, JR.
Oh, really? Enlighten us, King.
Wait a second. Why are you so eager to hear my prediction?
Because I want to know who's going to win. And 9 times out of 10, it's not the superstar you pick.
He countered that one perfectly.
something like that?
Come on, JR. You know that the referee's health plan doesn't include vision.
He countered that and made it look easy. Sounds like this crowd's got something on their minds, King.
Who cares about them, JR? Look what's going on in the ring.
I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted just watching these superstars compete.
I know what you mean, JR. I don't think most people appreciate what incredible athletes these WWE superstars really are.
You've got to have some excellent conditioning to be able to do what they do.
Well, that's the name of the game, JR. You gotta keep moving. No dog ever peed on a moving car.
Oh, that's a lovely image, King. I'd ask you where you come up with this stuff, but I don't think I want to know, quite frankly.
I gotta say, JR, I'm really impressed by what we've seen here tonight.
How could you not be, King? These are some of the finest athletes in all of sports entertainment.
I know that, JR. I'm just saying that this has been a... Wow! There's a hole you don't want to find yourself in, JR.
You sure don't, King. We've seen many a superstar tap out to this one.
Wow! Listen to these fans, JR.
You can fool some of the people all of the time, and all the people some of the time, but there's no fooling the WWE fans at all.
I think it's pretty obvious which way this one's gonna go, JR.
Well, from my perspective, the submission is locked in. This could be huge.
Oh my gosh, JR! You can't go on without tapping out to this.
The referee, he's taken every advantage in this matchup, and it looks like he plans on taking a few more.
If he's not the dirtiest player in the game, JR, he's a shoo-in for second place. I don't think these superstars have any intention of taking it easy on each other tonight.
That's not what they signed up for, King, and quite frankly, I think these fans would be disappointed if they didn't go all out.
That's easy for the fans to say. They've never set foot inside that ring.
No, but they spend their hard-earned dollars to watch what goes on inside it, and without them, we'd all be out of the job. I think this crowd has decided to exercise the right of free speech.
God bless the First Amendment, JR. Did you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against... These fans can't stand it when he does this, JR.
And there's the cover. He was a split second away from a 3 count. Oh, for the love of... Open your eyes, Red. I can't believe he got away with that.
Well, you might not like it, JR, but he's gonna do whatever. There's the pin. All's fair in love and war, JR. And I love it when this guy goes to war.
Whoever said that cheaters never prosper certainly never saw this man in action.
It looks like they've slowed the match down a little. I think that's some good strategy right there.
It certainly is. I'm sure they're well acquainted with the old expression, fools rush in.
Is that why you always seem to be in such a hurry, JR?
I think I've eaten a little too much good Oklahoma barbecue in my day, King, to hurry anywhere. This capacity crowd is making their opinion. Looks like he's trying for a pin here.
He almost had the 3 count right there, JR. Well, from the looks of things, it's not hard to tell how this one's gonna go.
What are you talking about, King? I think this is still an extremely competitive match that could go either way.
You know, JR, it's obvious that the only exercise you get is stretching the truth or jumping to conclusion.
Well, judging from the shape I'm in, I don't appear to be doing too much of either, King. You're looking pretty fit, though, I must say.
So, JR, are you enjoying the match so far?
Yes, I am. I think these superstars are putting on one hell of an exhibition here tonight.
What's your favorite part of it so far?
I don't think it's happened yet. My favorite part of the match will be when you quit yelling and let me enjoy it.
Now, JR. Keep your words soft and sweet because you may have to eat them later. Listen to the crowd, JR. I think they've got something to say to these superstars.
And if they're smart, they'll listen.
I can't believe he countered. I don't think the fans appreciated that one very much. But I don't think he cares much what the fans think.
That much is obvious, King. What a low-down, despicable move that was.
Look at this, JR. Can you imagine Smackdown putting on a match half as good as this?
No disrespect intended for Smackdown colleagues, but no, I can't, King. I truly believe Raw.
Oh, man. I've been in this hole before, JR. This brings back some bad memories.
I can understand why, King. I can't even imagine the pain being inflicted here.
You gotta respect the commitment and the dedication of these superstars to their careers.
No question about it, King. Every superstar on the roster has had to make more sacrifices than any other professional athlete I know.
It really is like being married to your career. There's not much room for anything else.
And marriage is a subject which you happen to be. Oh no, I think we know where this one's going.
The Shining Wizard! Now there's a move you don't see every day, JR.
I'm getting over it, pushing past all those songs, it ain't getting right to the root of what the problem really is. The reasons for the misunderstanding.
The match is over, but the big question remains.
Scars, just to cut them again. Have you ever been so sad? I'll lay my hands down.
Oh, you sure know how to carry a grudge, don't you? If you want your fatal four-way in the cage this Sunday, that's fine by me. It'll give me the chance to get my
Need your backbone. I try to hide. I don't want to be afraid of letting go of someone like you. Another life, another story. How will I know? This time I can't speak.
Okay. G's up. Little scrap. I got money. Be a me. Money in the bank. See you,
I got money in the bank.
Yeah.
Shout out what you drink. I got money in the bank.
Yeah.
Shout out what you drink. I got money in the bank.
Yeah.
Shout out what you drink. I got money in the bank.
Yeah.
Shout out what you drink.
I'ma get that dough and with them. Some ladies that know me know Strap is a pro. Fill up at the bar, go get a massage. Buy me a couple, we can make it a menage. You be trying hard, but you don't start. You be doing this shit's gon' get you to the mall. I go get that paper, a make a why? I be pulling out knots that can buy me a yacht. Hold on, baby, please go get on your knees. If you don't do it for me, then you do it for the cheese.
Hey, it's HBK. And no, I'm not gonna try and talk you out of this fatal four-way you asked for. Although I still think the two of us should be taking on Helms and Benjamin. I know that you still think there's some sort of issue between us, but you've got two other opponents to go after tonight. But when you decide you want a piece of me, remember that the showstopper is a guy who's not gonna back down from a fight, even if it's one he doesn't agree with.
Shout out what you think, I got money in the bank.
Yeah.
Shout out what you drink, I got money in the bank.
Yeah.
Shout out what you drink, I got money in the bank.
Yeah.
Shout out what you drink, I got money in the bank.
Yeah.
Shout out what you drink.
Two-step with me, let me show you how it go. The Marcelago, let me show you how it roll. I got a Bentley that I only drove one time. 50 bought it for me, showed it, but it's still mine. My Chevy clean and the paint look like lemon lime. You wanna shine, it ain't hard, just get on your grind. We keep a bankroll, wallet full of credit cards, cup full of crystal, box full of cigars. Dirty South had it on my back, I'm country. She said she liked the way I talk, these boys love me. The club going crazy, we throwing out stacks. G-Unit South here, tell the DJ bring it back. See, I'm A-Town stomping in the A-Town hat, but I'm reppin' Tennessee like my homie Project Pat. It ain't bout where you from, homeboy, it's where you at. Scrappy beat me on the dice, yeah, it's cool, I'll be back cause I got
money in the bank.
Yeah.
Shout out what you drink, I got money in the bank.
Yeah.
Shout out what you drink, I got money in the bank.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Ain't no stopping me, no.
Vengeance continues with a match I've been looking forward to all night, King. It's gonna be a slobber knocker, a fatal four-way, steel cage match. And I wonder if Shelton Benjamin regrets trying to fool Shawn Michaels with that plan Shelton hooked up with that other brain surgeon, Gregory Helms.
Well, if he does, it's not gonna do him any good now. That ship has sailed, and their faction is no more. As you can see from this every man for himself cage match.
And I think it's a damn shame, if you ask me. Had things gone differently, all four participants might have been working together here tonight at Vengeance, but clearly that was just not in the cards.
Wanna start something, think ahead and start something. Anytime, any place, dog, is nothing. I'm coming from the bottom on my way to the top, and if things
I don't mean to let Shelton Benjamin off the hook here, but I'm quite frankly disgusted by the way Gregory Helms lied about an assault and attempted to bring someone for him. I expect better from our Raw superstar.
Oh, get off your high horse, JR. Helms had his reasons. He didn't want Shawn Michaels being distracted by a fourth member in their group. He did it because he wanted to learn from HBK.
Well, I get the feeling he'll be learning plenty from the Heartbreak Kid here tonight inside this solid steel cage. And I don't think he's gonna like what's under the learning tree. is one of the most legendary and honorable superstars on the Raw roster, and he spared no effort to make things right once he realized he had made a mistake.
Yeah, but Michaels is also a hothead. That's exactly why he made the mistake in the first place. You'd think a superstar with his years of experience would see stuff like that coming by now.
The icon might not have made the wisest decision in the heat of battle, but to his credit, he attempted to make things right. Regardless, this grudge is going to be settled in a steel cage here at Vengeance.
Whenever I'm around, they see me walk, they hear me talk. I make them feel like they're on cloud nine. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. These are hard girls. Hands off the merchandise.
You think you know me?
This man has had quite a month here on Raw. From false accusations to surprise attacks. But he's looking to settle score here tonight at Vengeance in an unforgiving cage of solid steel.
Yeah, Company can't wait to get his hands on Shawn Michaels, the man who hit him with that sweet chin music for absolutely no reason.
We've been over that thing. HBK had a legitimate reason. It's just that his attack was misguided. And Michael made the attempt to apologize, but he wouldn't have any other. So now it all comes down to a steel cage and a whole lot of pride.
His opponent telegraphed that one.
Boy, with these superstars, it really drives home the fact that Raw is the dominant brand of sports entertainment.
Oh, there's no doubt about that, JR. There's not a superstar on the Smackdown roster who would hold a candle to Raw's finest.
I wouldn't go that far, King. There are quite a few Smackdown superstars who I'd love to have on.
Oh, come on, JR. Why would you want to lower the tone of the Raw locker room by bringing in some losers from Smackdown?
King, next time you call The Undertaker, Kurt Angle, and Chris Benoit losers, make sure you give me some warning so I can get the hell out of here before you do it. I don't want to be any part of what that's going to get. He countered that and made it look easy. A textbook reversal there.
I've got to say, JR, I'm really impressed by what we've seen here tonight.
How could you not be, King? These are some of the finest athletes in all of sports entertainment.
I know that, JR. I'm just saying that this has been a great match so far.
It has indeed, King. And I think it's only going to get better from here on out.
All's fair in love and war, JR. And I love it when this guy goes to war.
Whoever said that cheaters never prosper certainly never saw this man in action.
It's tough to escape the cage if you keep getting smashed against it.
Excellent count. What ring presence. This is a classic matchup, King. I'm so glad the WWE fans are getting the chance to see it.
Yeah, and I'm happy that I'm getting to see it too, JR. I just wish they'd pick up the pace a little.
Oh no, this is classic old school wrestling at its finest. You, of all people, should be able to appreciate that, King.
Wait a minute, JR. You're not trying to say that I'm old, are you? Oh no, don't tell me he's about to do what I think he's about to do.
He sure is! Sweet chin music right in the kisser! What a reversal!
I can't believe he countered that one!
Gregory Hill's attitude makes me sick. After all the support he's gotten from the fans over his career, to turn his back on him now just turns my stomach.
You're always bad-mouthing Gregory Helms, JR. How about you say something nice about him for once?
All right. How about the fact that he's a multiple-time tag team and cruiserweight champion, a former European and hardcore champion, and one of the biggest jackasses to set foot in a WWE ring? I think this crowd's giving these superstars a piece of their minds, King.
Are you sure they can afford it, JR? You gotta respect the commitment and the dedication of these superstars to their careers.
No question about it, King. Every superstar on the roster has had to make more sacrifices than any other professional athlete I know.
It really is like being married to your career. There's not much room for anything else.
And marriage is a subject which you happen to be something of an authority. Isn't that right, King?
Come on now, JR. A man doesn't know what true happiness is until he's married.
I hope for his sake that he made sure his opponent was... Nice try, but someone else has no idea.
I think I know who's... A brute! Oh my gosh! He's grinding his opponent's face right into that steel cage! He's trying to climb out of the cage, JR, and I don't blame him.
This could be over. That's the top of the cage.
Oh boy, these fans have got something on their minds, JR.
if that isn't the true king. And quite frankly, after a match like that, I don't think that any of these men will want anything to do with each other for some time to come.
Big train rolling down the line makes me lonely. Sometimes I wish to ride away. Sometimes I want to ride away. Big plane flying through the clouds makes me worry. Sometimes I wish to fly away. Sometimes I want to fly away.